Let me say something that's going to make some people uncomfortable. There's a reason 78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. And it's not just because they don't earn enough. It's because of what they spend money on. Now, before you click away, I'm not here to shame anyone. I grew up broke. I know what it feels like to make bad financial decisions, not because you're stupid, but because nobody ever taught you better. So today, we're flipping the script. I'm going to show you 7 spending habits that quietly keep people stuck, and exactly what wealthy people do differently. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Let's get into it. The first one hits hard, and most people don't realize they're doing it. Rent-to-own stores are everywhere: furniture, electronics, appliances. And on the surface, they seem like a lifeline. Only $19.99 a week. Sounds manageable when you're tight on cash. But here's the brutal math. A $400 TV from Rent-A-Center can end up costing you over $1,200 by the time you're done. That's a 200% markup for the privilege of not having $400 upfront. Wealthy people simply don't walk into these stores. Not because they're heartless, but because they've learned to delay gratification or buy secondhand. Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, thrift stores, a rich mindset finds a way to pay fair prices. The takeaway: if you can't afford to buy it, question whether you can afford to rent it at triple the cost. You've just bought a $200 blender and the cashier asks, "Would you like to add a 2-year protection plan for $49.99? This is one of the highest margin products retailers sell, and one of the least useful things you can buy. Consumer Reports has shown that extended warranties are almost never worth it on small appliances and electronics. Statistically, most products either fail immediately, covered by the manufacturer, or outlive the warranty. Retailers push them hard because they profit enormously from them. Wealthy people self-insure on small purchases. They build emergency funds that handle a broken microwave without panic. That's the real protection plan. Americans spend over $100 billion a year on lottery tickets. That's more than they spend on movies, books, music, and video games combined. And who's buying the majority of those tickets? Studies consistently show it's lower-income households, spending on average $400 to $600 a year chasing a jackpot with odds of 1 in 292 million. Here's the gut punch. $50 a month invested in a basic index fund over 30 years becomes approximately $60,000. The lottery is a voluntary tax on hope. Wealthy people don't play the lottery because they've already won. By understanding compound interest, they let math work for them instead of against them. A new car loses 15 to 20% of its value the moment you drive it off the lot. By year 3, it's lost nearly half its value. Yet millions of Americans are financing cars they can't afford at 12%, 15%, even 24% interest rates. The average car payment in America right now is over $700 a month. That's a mortgage in some states. Wealthy people, and I mean actually wealthy, not just high income, typically buy 2 to 4-year-old certified pre-owned vehicles. They let someone else eat the depreciation. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men alive, drove a used car for years. That's not a coincidence. That's a mindset. Fast fashion brands have perfected the art of making you feel like you need a new wardrobe every season. And it works. Americans throw away 81 pounds of clothing per year on average. Here's what's ironic. The wealthy wear less but spend smarter. A classic, well-made coat that lasts 10 years is cheaper per wear than 5 cheap ones that fall apart annually. Wealthy people think in cost per use, not sticker price. They also rely heavily on a capsule wardrobe approach, timeless, versatile pieces.
No logo chasing, no seasonal trends.
Quiet wealth doesn't advertise itself. This one is death by 1,000 cuts. ATM fees, convenience store markups, daily DoorDash orders, $6 coffees, premium gas station snacks. None of these feel like big purchases, but let's do the math. $15 in food delivery fees 5 times a week is $3,900 a year. ATM fees averaging $4 to $5 per transaction twice a week is over $400 annually. Convenience store runs? Easily another $1,000 plus. Wealthy people are often obsessively aware of these leaks. They batch errands. They meal prep. They use in-network ATMs. Not because they can't afford the fees, but because they understand that financial discipline at the small level creates financial freedom at the large level. This is arguably the most financially devastating habit on this list, and it's the most invisible. If you carry a $5,000 balance on a credit card at 22% APR and only make minimum payments, you'll pay it off in over 17 years and spend nearly $8,000 in interest alone. You'll have paid $13,000 for $5,000 worth of stuff. Wealthy people treat credit card debt like a house fire. They attack it aggressively because they know it is mathematically impossible to build wealth while paying 20% plus interest to a bank. They use credit cards as tools, paying the full balance monthly, to collect rewards and protect their cash flow. The credit card isn't the villain. The minimum payment mentality is. The real point. Here's what I want you to take away from this video. This isn't about rich people being smarter or better. It's about systems. Wealthy people have been taught or figured out how to avoid financial traps that are designed to extract money from people who can least afford it. Rent-to-own stores, lottery tickets, high-interest car loans. These industries are built in low-income neighborhoods on purpose. The good news? Awareness is the first step. Every single habit on this list is reversible. You don't need a six-figure salary to start thinking like someone who builds wealth. You just need to start making different decisions, one at a time. If this video helped you, drop a comment with which habit surprised you most. And if you want to see the 7 things wealthy people quietly invest in instead, that video is coming next week. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. See you there.